What I am going to talk about is marketplaces from 1,000 years ago to now, and I'm going to talk really about two parts of this. One, I want to spend a couple minutes talking about camels, and then I'm going to tell everybody how to make $1 billion, and that's kind of where this ends. So camels. About 1,000 years ago, which actually in the grand scheme of things is not all that long ago, if you wanted to go shopping and get something, you wanted something that you don't have, this is pretty much how you started. And it was lonely. If you wanted to like round up the ladies and hit Nordies and like do it real style, it would look like this. And this really was like how commerce took place. It's how marketplaces worked. It's actually how all trade happened on the planet Earth for a long time. So eventually somebody got a little more clever and kind of had a huge breakthrough, which still lasted today. And so what I want to talk about is these 5 pillars, and then how every breakthrough in every marketplace has kind of pushed on one of these 5 pillars of a marketplace, and hopefully help everybody get a little bit ready for like what's next. So this easy idea was, how about instead of us all getting on camels, let's like round up all the stuff and put it in a place. The name for Zarly actually is a derivation of the word bazaar, and that's actually why we named it that, right? This is like still today. If you go to the Middle East, or if you're in Dubai and you walk into a place that looks like this, it's like the most high velocity commerce you'll ever see. And if someone is selling rugs and you tell him you like his shoes, like you're instantaneously negotiating for his shoes. And that is like in some ways like the most pure form of commerce. And in some ways it looks a lot like this actually, which is a big fancy mall in China. But you know, this idea of pushes on location a bit by everything getting rounded together. It's logistics because you know you can deliver semis to the back and unload things. All these pillars that build a marketplace, and this is how people shop really for, I don't know, since I think the first bazaar was built like 600 years ago in Turkey. So one thing before I talk about kind of what came next, which some of you guys could probably anticipate part of, is it's worth knowing that like every time a new marketplace is born, it actually does not, it's not like technology that obsolesces the previous marketplace that's out there. What it does is it actually brings new tools to those marketplaces. So you can still go to bazaars, you can still go to malls, even though there's the internet, right? This idea that like every time there is a huge breakthrough, be it technology or travel or communication or whatever, it actually just creates more economic growth, actually grows the economic pie, which is why you see amazing things happen, like, for example, you know, mail order catalogs, right? We think they're funny today in some ways. I mean, I think the Sky Mall is the closest thing that you can get, but it turns out that Ben Franklin actually created the first mail order catalog. Like, among many other things, he was the father of sedentary commerce. And you could sit at home and say what you want, and it just shows up at your door. And that was the beginning, but, you know, the Sears catalog, right from here, you know, they sold 70,000 homes out of the Sears catalog. You look at a page like this, you send in a check for $2,000, and this house shows up? Like, what? You can buy the motor buggy for $395. It shows up at your house. But it wasn't just these big ticket items, right? In some ways, it was like the precursor for a marketplace that we all know today on the internet. You could also buy underwear on there. And this is like a great use for this marketplace, right? Like no one wants to go to the store and buy scientific support garments, but they're really happy to get them in the mail in the privacy of their own home. So I thought I would flash this really quick. So this is Amazon.com's first homepage. This is a $100 billion company today. That is amazing. And when you look at this, and you look at today, like what their site looks like as of this morning when I made this slide deck, and it's pretty much the same, just like a little brighter colors. But now you can see things like grocery and gourmet food, exercise and fitness, anything that you want, you can buy there. And this was, in some ways, like very simple. It just pushed on those same 5 pillars: location, communication, logistics, information, and payments. So I think I have 30 seconds left, and what it really is to say, those fundamental shifts in marketplaces, like camel to bazaar, retail store, mail order catalog to the internet, people can argue about whether we're in a boom or a bust or whatever, but this simple tool right here, I'll bet $1,000 anyone in this room that those 3 empty spaces or icons are all going to be commerce tools in the next 5 years. If a $100 billion company is built basically shipping stuff to people's doors on Amazon, we're going to see companies like that built because this pushes on every one of the major levers of commerce that exists out there today. It's better logistics, it's better communication, it is location aware. You don't have to sit at your home and wait for things. It's part of the reason why I think Zarly is the opportunity that it is, but I also think there's going to be a lot of companies in this space, and it's going to change everyone's life in this room in the next 5 years. So pretty much, I think that's it. I think this is going to be big. That's all I got.